dress. How are you on this Sunday? I had a great day. I went for a walk and all the things. So I feel good. I feel refreshed. So let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is about abundance. Abundance and how that helps, how having an abundant mindset helps empower you. So, my name is Chanel Diane. I am elated to talk to you. I love to empower and I want you to feel like you can have the things that you desire. So, we're going to get into it. What is abundance? Abundance is obtaining what you want. It's kind of like you can compare it to prosperity, right? We think about prospering, we think about things going well in our lives, us getting the things that we're desiring, and whether that's prospering with money, whether that's prospering with money and finances is the same thing, but money, health, relationships, the different areas of your life, them thriving, them going well is what we call prosperity. Same thing with abundance. Same thing. Those areas in your life going well, making you feel like fulfilled and good in your body and relaxed and joyful. That is that is abundance. And so how does having an abundant mindset help you feel empowered? Well, when I think about empowerment, right? I think about someone that knows their strengths. They know what they can obtain. They know um, who they are. And when those things are lacking, then we feel the opposite of empowered. It brings about fear, it brings confusion, those emotions that keep us stuck in a certain place in our life. So that could be emotionally stuck, that could be physically stuck, that could be, financially stuck, just something that keeps us right where we are. Um, is what happens when we don't feel empowered. And so, how can you start to feel empowered? Well, I would say that one of the ways you can start to feel empowered is by knowing and believing that you get to have goodness in your life. You get to have everything that you want, everything that you desire. You get to have success. That is abundance. So, I would encourage you to examine your life. Think of ways that you might have a lack mindset. So, what is a lack mindset? Expecting lack, expecting not to have goodness, not to obtain great things. So, I give you an example. Um, okay, this is a great example, and this is something that I have had to work on myself. So let's say, okay, I like discounts. Your girl likes to save money where she can. So I might go to the store and I might go up to the cash register, Macy's, for example, because they often have these 20% off coupons. Well, I can go and I can ask, hey, do you have a 20% off coupon? Now, I'll ask the question, but in my mind, I have to decide what outcome I expect. So sometimes I've had moments where I'm like, I'm gonna ask, but they're gonna tell me no, right? And then other times I've had moments where I'm like, I'm gonna ask, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna say yes, or the cashier might give me their employee discount because they just want to be nice to me. That The first is a lack mindset. The first is expecting the worst, right? That survival mode, if you will. Like, I don't think I can have good things, so let me just prepare myself to expect the no. Versus the latter is I get to have good things. I get to have it easy in life. I get this discount, so I'm gonna expect them to say yes. That is the difference between having a lack mindset and having an abundance mindset. And if I go with this lack mindset, eventually it's going to discourage me from even asking for it. It's going to discourage me from even seeking out something like a discount, which is not even that big of a deal. And even if they did say no, like, that's not like a life or death situation. So why not ask? So your girl, she asks, and I would say majority of the time, I get some sort of discount, y'all. I get some sort of discount. So I had to even be intentional in those spaces to switch my expectations into abundance, into ease, into flow. So that is what I am encouraging you to do. Comment below ways that you want to start to have, or areas in your life where you want to start to have an abundant mindset. So, another place would be my finances. Now, being frugal, well, that's often what people call me, frugal and cheap, which I don't think I'm cheap, but wanting to be wise with my spending has kind of gotten into the area of this lack mentality. Like, I've had moments where people have invited me to do things with them, and I'm like, right? Anxiety starts to creep up a little bit, like my chest starts to tighten a little bit, my body gets tense, and I'm like, I don't really know if I have the money. I'll let you know. When, like, what they want to do may only cost like $50 or $20, and well, not 20, probably like 50, and I know I got a job, like, I know I'm making money. I know that I usually have money left over after paying my bills and savings. I know this is something that consists each month. This is consistent. So why is it that in that moment, when I'm invited to go somewhere or to do something that costs more than $20, I've seized up? Well, I had to look at that. Chanel, you have a lack mindset when it comes to money. You have a fear that you are going to run out of money. And in reality, you're not. You have money left over. And so I had to start to see myself in abundance. I had to tell myself, stop being afraid of spending money for pleasure, for things that bring you joy, because you're worth it. Just say yes. Go ahead and go. And I go, I have a good time. Once the money leaves my account, I see that I still have money left. And so I am now being more intentional about having an abundant mindset when it comes to my finances. In the past, I would have no problem spending money on other people, but for some reason, it's almost like I didn't think I was worthy of spending that amount on myself. Now, if somebody else wanted to spend their money on me, well, I even had to get used to that. But I'm a lot better now, y'all. But that I had to get used to. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, no, you spend money on you because you need to reaffirm yourself that you are worthy of this. You are in abundance. God has blessed you. You can buy pleasurable things for yourself and stop seeing it as this really big ticket item. So there's a scripture that is in the Bible that says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I used to think that that was like only about Like, I used to think that the way that you see yourself is what you'll end up doing in life, how like, what will manifest, if that makes sense, and so, is that true? Yes, that is true in some regard because how I see myself is how I carry myself, right? If I see myself as, I'll say ratchet. If I see myself as a ratchet girl, then I might start carrying myself like a ratchet girl. But the key is I pull out what I believe about myself. So I used to think it was, as a man thinketh, so is he, that as I think, whatever I think, that's what would happen to me. And that is true, but also it impacts the way that it impacts your vision of what is around you and how, like, what's happening around you. So people talk about vibrating low. If I'm vibrating from a low frequency, right, I see myself as low. I could have a really high paying job. I could be very successful in the eyes of people, but because I'm looking low, all I see is where my vision is. All I see is at this level versus this level where I am. So that thought, that scripture, as a man thinketh, so is he. Yes, that can impact what shows up in your life, but also it impacts what you see about your life. Why am I saying this? Because in order to feel empowered, you have to be intentional about seeing yourself in abundance. Your life may already reflect abundance, but because you don't believe it, you can't see it. And so when you don't see it, then it impacts the future steps that you want to take. So take the time to write out what an abundant life looks like to you, what an abundant you looks like, and then start to search for the evidence of that in your life today. And I guarantee you, you will be surprised. You will be surprised at the qualities that you already possess. You will be surprised at the things that have already happened in your life, the goals that you've already met. You will be surprised that you are already that girl, that you are already that person, because your view has changed. Your view of yourself has changed. You are now looking from an expectant, abundant place. And automatically, as a result, you feel empowered, you feel great. Even when fear does creep up, you're able to overlook it and persist past it because you expect the best, you expect abundance, and you're not able to identify it in your life when it comes up. So, let me know how you want your mindset to shift in your life, where you want it to shift, where you want to start seeing yourself as abundant and walk in your empowerment. And if you know someone that needs to feel empowered, if you know someone that is the bomb.com, as we used to say back in the 90s, I don't even know, can we even say that word now? I don't even know. But if you know someone that is killing the game and needs the encouragement, needs the reminder to evaluate their own life to see where they're doing great, send them this video. My name is Chanel. I love to empower, and I just know that your life is going to be transformed as you receive this. You are already in abundance. Yes, you might have some goals that you want to continue to reach for, but take inventory of your life today and see the things that you've already done. You're already walking in abundance. Let that thought empower you. I hope that you have an amazing week. I cannot wait to talk to you Later.